Hey everyone. So today we are going to be talking about one of these guys, a Phillips Hue Kit. I picked one up to solve an issue in my theater room. Relatively easy issue, but we'll get to that in a moment. So I got this is the, get this up here so you can see it. This is basically the entry-level kit. It's around $70. Get you two bulbs, the Harmony Hub base, and these ones just do dimming, and they're a single color. They make some that do different types of white color. This one isn't it. And then they make the color ones, and then all the different bulb sizes. So they have quite a bit with this. Pretty much everything that comes in here, pretty straightforward. You get the Harmony Hub, you get the power cord for it, the Ethernet cord for it, and then the two bulbs. The bulbs, I got one here because I only needed one really. It is just like a normal bulb, nothing really different. It's heavier. That I definitely noticed. Sorry, it was a little crooked there. But just a normal bulb. After reading everything, I guess I'll find out how long it takes for it to blow out or burn out, whatever it does. Because it says not to use them in an enclosed area, basically. And that they don't go over, I think it's like 120, 110 degrees, something like that. Which here in Florida is pretty common. Like, I really want to put one on my porch light, but it doesn't want to be used outdoors either. And it would be enclosed and outdoors, so it would be like a double negative. That way when I get to the house, I can turn them on, and then we'd be good. But couldn't do that. So what my dilemma was, one more thing about them. So what this one does is it allows you to do control from an app, so you can control your lights from a phone. Remote control, which means if you're not at home, you can still control them as long as they have power. I'll get to that bit in a second. They do schedules and alarms, whichever one you want to do. So different dimming, how the lights come bright on at a certain time to wake you up, or they can dim up or dim down with you. They have a lot of options for that. And then I've been saying dimming. Dimming's the other feature. So you don't have to have a dimming switch or anything to have them dim. And that's pretty much everything that they do with those bulbs. After using it and setting it up, I didn't find a good value after $70. It's cool, it works, it solved my problem in a way, and I'm happy with that, I guess, but I didn't choose to return them. I thought they were still pretty cool, but I didn't like how it turned out. So basically my dilemma was, I have my theater room, normally I turn on the lights, go and sit down, have my Harmony remote, and turn everything on. So my Harmony remote is this guy here, Harmony Smart Control. So has no IR built into the remote, so everything has to be set up. It has to be turned on from the base or the blasters that you plug it in with. And I wanted to control the lights from this remote, which I can kind of do that. It works, but not the way I wanted it to. What I wanted to do was program one of the buttons on the remote, which you can do for any other device for the most part. So I can have like a PlayStation or a receiver, and I can tell what button can do whatever command from the factory remotes. And some that are not on the factory remotes. And so I wanted that one button just to on and off. Didn't want to do anything special with like dimming or anything, just on and off. And it doesn't do that. What it does work is when you tell it to turn things on or turn things off, then it can turn the bulbs on or off. So basically, normally I'd turn everything on right away because there's a delay. So by the time if I get food, get drinks set up, then everything's turned on and then I can just start watching. However, with this setup, I would pretty much have to have everything set up, go sit down, then press the button, then the lights turn off. So that's ending up how it worked. Maybe one day in the future they'll do that, but because they're two different companies, they probably won't. They'll probably just give you this very basic setup of that. But that's basically how it is. So, excuse me while we walk to the other room. So with the Harmony Hub, there's two things I didn't like about it. So we're going to go into the room I currently have, which is actually my daughter's room, which I currently have my old Verizon router, which is now Frontier. So here's the hub. That's what it looks like when it's all plugged in. And you can see there's two cables plugged into. It does not have Wi-Fi, so it has to be connected directly to an Ethernet source. And then you have the power cord. I hate this power cord. It's a 5-volt power cord with 1 amp. The same as a USB, same for a phone charger. They could have given me a phone charger plug, like a USB micro for this instead of the round plug, and it would have made a lot more custom installation options than just this. I really hate that they did that. You can buy cables that go to USB from this. I saw them on Amazon. Maybe one day I'll do it just to see if it works, because maybe they require something special. Who knows? And there's kind of the back of it. It does have a keyhole, so you could mount this on the wall, which in this case I would kind of look a little better, but you still have all the wires hanging out and whatnot. Has one button here in the middle. I'm not going to press it because I'm not sure what it does when I'm just sitting here, but normally you press that when you set it up. I set mine up with the PC like I normally do, because normally the PC gives you more options. However, the PC actually gave you less options than on the phone, so you might as well set up everything from a phone or a tablet, whatever you're mostly going to control everything with. Oh, got the remote in my pocket. So let's go in and see how this works. So I have it set up with a light switch. The bulb in there is set up with a light, so let me go and excuse the mess. I have a horrendous mess. So the room behind me is where I have it in. This is basically my theater room. Very in progress theater room. So right now, there's no power to the bulb. It doesn't get light, which is obvious. That's controlled by the light switch and power and all that. So I turn the light bulb on, and I haven't seen how you can control dimming with that yet, or if there's an option even for it. But as soon as I turn that on, it's going to go to 100% bulb strength. So there's no dimming right now. It's just 100%. Now I can go into the app, or tell it to do something different from my phone or from the Harmony to change the different dimming. So right now I have a wheel set up, but there's my big screen. So I go and sit down, and here's my Harmony remote. So the one I have it set up with is for my PlayStation 4. So when I press the PlayStation 4 button, the lights are going to turn off. And then everything's going to turn on. I have my projector covered at the moment so it doesn't collect dust, so we're not going to see anything. But I'm going to let everything turn on. Give it a couple seconds or so. Yeah, you can see a little bit of light there. And yeah, you can't see me either. So everything's turned on just like it normally does. It does take a couple seconds for my whole Harmony setup to turn on. And then when I press the off button, so you can't see it, but there's an off button on my remote, and that's what I'm pressing now. And then, you can probably notice the difference there, but that went to, I made it where when I press the off button, it only turns it to 50% dimming. Yeah, you can definitely see it, because in the display I can see my face isn't as easy to see. Oh, speaker in the way. Yeah, definitely stuff going on in this room, but it went to 50%. Then if I turn the light switch off and back on, now I'm at 100%. So that's pretty much how it works with the Harmony remote. It only works with activities turning it on or off. So when you want to use it with a Harmony remote, it's only on and off. I can control it through the Harmony. If I had a touchscreen remote, on the remote in devices, so through a couple menus, I could control on the screen. With the hub, I can use my phone, which I'm recording with right now, to turn the lights on and off as well. So I could, if I started using my phone as a remote instead of this, which I wouldn't want to do because this remote is so nice. It's so sleek and slim and lightweight. Like, this thing weighs nothing. Like, I have an original GoPro here, and that weighs more than this remote. It only takes a little watch battery, and it's just, I have small hands in general. I have a couple big remotes for universal remotes, and this is definitely by far my favorite remote as far as ergonomics go. Has everything I need on it. I really like this remote. I need to make a video for you guys on this, and Harmony products and universal remotes in general. But for the Phillips Hue, works, doesn't work how I want it. Cool idea. I'll have to play with it some more and maybe get some different add-ons and see how it works. If they make an outdoor bulb or like an outdoor housing or something to put these outdoors, I would really love that, because then it would solve one of my problems, which is getting home, turning the lights on. Or I could set this up to a schedule, like so it only comes on, the outside light only comes on at like, because normally we're not here unless it's like 9 p.m. till like later, and then from like 2 till when we wake up, there's no need for it to be on either. So I could really set up a schedule for it out there and it would be fine. But since I can't put it outside, and I could put it outside and see how long it lasts. I may do that since this bulb is just sitting here unless I find a better use for it. So I may do that. We'll find out. We'll see how long the one lasts inside the enclosure I have there. It's the same enclosure that's in this room. You probably can't see that, but basically there's a globe. Oh, you can see it pretty well. So there's just a globe there, way up there, and there's a little nut there, and that whole globe drops down so you can change the bulbs out. I don't know if that one has the same base or not, but it can accept 2 bulbs, so I could technically put both of those in there, but I definitely feel one is bright enough for that room. It's only, I think it's 14 by 12 is that room. So it's a very small theater room, because basically we bought a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house, and at the time it was just me and my wife. Now we have our daughter and our 2 dogs, and have plenty of space. But if you guys have any questions about Harmony or Phillips Hue, I'll be happy to answer them down below. I haven't had any experience with the color or the different temperature bulbs. Like this one, let's see, shows 2700 Kelvin. That is definitely like a yellow. You can see behind me, like, these walls are actually like gray, but like the lighting in here is showing it almost like a beige. So it's not like a bright bluish color light, which I would prefer the bluish color light. A while back when we first moved in, this house all had bluish color. Then I decided to go back to what I normally have, which is this, and I'm like, I kind of like the blue better with how the colors are in the house. But that's the basics of it. So like I said, if you guys do have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them for you as best I can. I don't have any experience with any of the other light bulbs and how those work with the colors. There's a lot of options through the app. Like you can bring up pictures and then pick brightness out of the picture to control the bulb. It's really weird, I thought, as a control, but whatever. Maybe some people like it. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.